Hello, welcome once again. This is part two of the project we were working on, our previous video. And if you are just watching this for your first time, I think you should go to our YouTube channel and look at the first video and start from the beginning so you can have an idea of what we are doing and how we got to this particular place. What have we done so far? First, we'll look at the different tasks and the different tax activities. We look at the duration, also looked at our dependencies and the predecessors, which are the dependencies, our successors and our predecessors. Yeah, we learned how to link them. Do you understand? So we also look at our WBS, which is work breakdown structure, basically, which is the hierarchy structure of any deliverables needed to complete the project. That's basically what that is. We also ask, how did this guy get here? So we click on assign resource. This dialog box will show up, and you click on this guy. You see we've assigned. How do we get our 1,000, 2,800? Now, if you go to our calculator, this is more like an overview of what we did on last. My 1,800, 180 times 2 times 8, like 2,800. That's over here. Are you seeing it now? 2,880. So that is how we get our figure in this place. So the 8 is a day is 8 hours. Like standard working day is 8 hours. If you understand. And also the number of days is working. So paying in per day. Now I want to clarify something here. Looking at our resource sheet now, this particular standard rates, I would say, rather not think, I would say this also involves is feeding. Well, most sites, yeah, we like to provide feeding for our guy. So it can be less than this amount, it can be more than this amount, you understand? So just leave it that way. It can be less than this amount, it can be more than this amount, but we're paying this guy $180. Yeah, $180 times 8. That is what, and multiply by 2. That's how we get to that part. All right, so let's look at our different other assigned tasks that we have to do today, which is why we are here. Please, if you're getting value, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you get more of this kind of content that will help you on how to learn and practice Gantt chart perfectly well. And also in this particular channel and master Gantt chart. And also I'm building a community within Nigeria and Africa at large where we as project managers will come together and deliberate and learn and move minds together and support ourselves, which is very, very vital and very important. All right, so let's go back to our guy. So now, we're looking at our next activity, which is the material specifications and approval, the project manager's work. So we'll come here, mm, click on this guy. Then we'll go to this our dialog box over here. Voila, project manager. 2,400. How do we get out 2,400? I think this guy is earning 8,500. You understand? Earning 8,500, 150 rather. Then multiply by 8, which is the working hour. Multiply by 2, which is the number of days it's working. Get out 2,400. That's how we got here. Cached. Thank you. So also procurement material. Who is in charge of procurement material? Procurement officer. So go to our procurement material. Sorry, go to our procurement material. Indicating here. So cancel this. Go back there again. Go to our procurement material. Procurement officer. You sign that's 2,600 using the same format. Now, site preparation, which is the electrician. I believe the electrician. Yeah. Okay. So, hmm. So this. do this. Um, I don't know why it's showing me that, but it's not supposed to work like that. So preparation, we go to our electrician. No, site preparation. Electrician, yeah. Yeah, 100. I think it's 200. Both of them need to work. I'll get two of them. All right. So also conduit installation and this thing. Also our electrician. Also our electrician. Also our electrician. And he's going to work with the labor, one labor or the two labors. Okay. Leave it with two labors. Whatever, 200. So let's leave it to one labor. Let me give him one labor. All right. So now forecasting, and that's going to be senior electrician. No, electrician and labor. Oh, okay. Remove this guy from here. All right. So let's come here. Forecasting. We assign um the labor, two of them. I'm going to assign an electrician as well to work with him. Yeah, that's all right. So this student board it has to be our senior electrician. All right. So what else again? Cabling and wiring electrician. That's one, two, three, four, four. So cable and wiring. Nope. Close. Open again. Cable and wiring electrician. Right. This other guy electrician. Lighting and fixing electrician. It's boarding. I think that should be our electrical engineer. Yeah, electrical engineer to supervise that work. Yeah, you have to supervise the work, but you can work with an electrician. I think you have to assign an electrician to him. Let me also assign an electrician to him, one electrician to him. So the workload will not be much on him. Uh, yeah. Alright, these other guys, I think they are just one. Let me increase them to two. 200% at that two. Also, two. Oh, two. Also, two. One, two, two. Oh, mm, this guy. So that's two over here. Why testing and solution institution is electrical engineer. Electrical engineer. There are two people working here. Working here. Why is not giving what I want? Yeah. Okay, and electrical engineer, electrical engineer. So we have correction of defaults as project manager, electrician. Okay, yeah. electrician. We also have final inspection and certified too. So now this guy, please before we go to this guy, let me explain something to you. This guy, yeah, this guy. Now this guy, we did not assign any standard rate to him. You understand? I think his money is 160, 160. So where is it? Inspector General, my resource. So his money is like 160. Yeah. So we're going to now pay him his money. So let's go to, where are you? Let's go to our Gantt charts. So looking at this inspection, yeah, what we're assigned to. So go to our inspector officer, inspector, certified inspector. Then we look at the cost. Then 160. Then we assign. So this is not fair for the guy. This is a 1 day job. All right, since it's a 1 day job, I think I have to change him to. Let me change him to. The money is too small. Let me change him to work. Yeah. So diagram. So our inspector general. So let's remove him. Let's assign him. I didn't put a cost price on that guy. Mm, I didn't put the cost price for him here. So this should be 160. Yeah. So you have to get yourself used to the switching of screen. Okay, one way you can also do that is by coming to this place. So look at our resource sheet down here. Look at our resource sheet down here. You can click onto our resource sheet, and if you look at our Gantt sheet, click onto our Gantt sheet. You understand? So these buttons here are also very important as well. Okay, and yeah, so we will go to our inspector general. Yeah, so look at we assign him. Let's assign him. So 180. That's 8 hours. That's 1 day. You understand? You understand? Let's try it. Let's look at the calculation. So 160 times 8 hours, 1,020. That's what we get over there. All right. So also look at our handover. We're going to undo this handover. The project manager's particular handover and documentation activity. Project manager. Where is our handover? Got you. So we assign this guy here. Voila, we have successfully assigned all our different all our individual stakeholders to this project. So now we're going to look at our resource. We're going to look at our resource. How do we assign our different resources to this project? All right. Without no further delay, let us proceed with the speed of light. Okay, let me show you this guy. If you click up here, let's look at how much we've spent so far on our. Okay. Mm. So far we spent 24,000, 24,000, $520 so far on this particular project. But when we look at our different completion level, that is this particular milestone, complete your percentage, in terms of our percentage, different completion percentage level, they will know how. Okay, let's try something very interesting. Let's look at our procurement of. So you see, I seen it. So if we change it to 25%, what we're paying the guy. So this is basically the total cost of everything that we are going to spend, $24,000. And this is actually what you spend, and this is what is remaining. Are you guys getting the picture right now? So let us cancel this first, and we'll come back to it later on. So let me look at my critical parts again. These guys are critical parts. I just showing you red. Okay, let's ignore it for now. All right, so let's assign our different equipment and this thing. So don't forget that this particular implement material is very, very important. Don't forget. All right, so we're going to look at, we have this already on the resource sheet. Now we're going to impute this as our cost. I think going to give us total of this. So we're going to do all these things over there, over the Gantt chart assigned resource. We're going to compare the different price if it tallies with what we have here. All right. So we have input these two, this quantity and this guy on. No, sorry, we have input only the quantity on our resource sheets. We are going to input this on our assigned resource dialog box. We're going to compare it to this particular total cost. Yeah. Okay. So who's going to use our PVC content? Basically, the electricians. All right. So electrical engineering company. So I basically understand the inner art of electrical installation for a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedrooms. I know the process, the different levels, laying of pipes, wiring, and installation of fittings. Those are the basic 3 levels before you now look at the other advanced level, which is the power source supply into the building. Yeah. So let's look at PVC conduit 20 mm. We have 120 quantity. So this is what we are fixing on the resource sheet. So we're going to fix our unit cost on the resource on our standard rate here. Yeah. All right. So sorry. Let's see if I can copy and paste everything so we'll become faster. Yeah. Yep. It worked. So yeah, it worked. So okay, it worked. So let us now move to assign sheet. So assign sheet. So now we're looking at conduit and this thing. All right. So we'll go to where's the PVC again? Yeah, PVC 120. Then you assign. So you see $360. So if you come here, $360. Are you guys seeing it now? So let's go to our trunking and casting. So trunking and casting is $5 to get our trunking material. Still, we're going back to this installation of conduit and material. So we're going to add another 10. We're going to add another 10 to it. We're going to add trunking and casting. This is it. Add 5. No, shall I just put it there? 5. Assign. So looking at this dialog box, this is what is already assigned to this particular um, conduit and plug installation. We have our 20 mm PVC pipe, 120 length. We have our trunking and casting, 5 length. You guys not seeing the whole picture. So now we now go to um, let's go to our pulling of cable. Yes, so pulling of cable, we need a 1.5 mm cable, 6 rows. So do you understand? Um, so 1.5 mm cable, we have how many rows? 6 rows we need to get. So we'll go to our cables, go to our cable. So go to 1.5, then unit is 6, then you assign. You assign that is to do 480, $40, which is $40. Also the 2.5 mm. We have 5 rows. 2.5 mm are basically used for the socket and this thing. So you go to our socket, and assign 2.5, which is 5 4. So 1.5 is basically used for lighting. Basically used for lighting and the likes. Why? So okay, I think I'll have to put that 1.5 here. You put it here. So I'll remove it from this cable and wire in this thing. You understand? All right. So earthing and boarding. We look for earthing and boarding material. So let us follow it systematically. So we've done the 1.5. Now we go to our 6 mm. Our 6 mm is basically our supply cable. Do you understand? So let's go to 6 mm is our supply cable. So where will 6 mm go to? Hmm. Let's look at the different activities. Let's leave it at this cable pulling. Look at my wiring. Let's leave it there. 6 mm. How many rows do I put it to assign? All right. So our distribution board, we have 12 ways, single phase DB. That should be three phase, not single phase DB. Distribution board, we have yeah, one. Our breakers, our MCCB breakers also for our distribution board. MCC breakers also our distribution board. Where are you? MCB breakers also one set. You get. All right. So also what else? Socket and switches. 25 sets for our socket. So go to our socket and switch installation. Also, let's cancel this guy. Okay, yeah, it's over here. 25. Yeah, sign. So I'm assigning from this place. Basically, you can assign from anywhere, but this is where I'm supposed to assign from. So our contract is making sense, right? So assign for. So we assigned. Last thing we did was our socket and installation. So we have our electrician on that project. Now we have socket and switches on that project as well. So what is our next resource? Lighting and fitting, 15. Lighting points. Go to our lighting and fitting, 15. Assign. Also earthing and boarding. So earthing rod and accessories, we have one, which is a set. And so what if I just show you this like this? You just have to close it and open it again. We go to our edge folding accessories, which is one set. You assign also, and the channel have been assigned to those guys as well. So also look at our, yeah, junction box 30 set. Junction box is going to work together with the trunking with the PVC pipes. You understand? So go to conduit and look for our junction box and shoot the quantity unit. So shoot the unit 30 units. You assign also cable puller. Okay, that's equipment. So put in our cable pulling and wiring. So go to our pulling cable and wiring. Then we include it here, which is one. You assign. And also electrical testing kit, which is a set. So we'll go to our correction testing of this thing. Yeah. Yeah. Is it over here? So you click on one. All right, guys, we have successfully assigned every material resource and equipment on this particular project. On this particular project, so we will now go to our cost at our how much has been added. So now before it was 24,000 plus, now you have 27,000 plus. That's our total cost for the entire project. That's a huge amount of what? All right, that's a huge amount of money. So now we're going to now look at the defense. Let's look at other screens as well. Look at other screens as well. Look at our tracking. Okay, we're going to talk about the tracking as well. Mm, just look at our resource sheet, or rather team planner. These are different team planner. How each of these activities are been assigned to individuals and the dates. Do you understand? And the dates. So manager, we have Wednesday and Tuesday. Electrical engineer, we have Mondays and Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, Monday and Tuesday. So you see how the different dates have been assigned to the different stakeholders involved in the project. We also look at this calendar. This is a wonderful calendar. You see. So you see, okay, this is weekend. This is Saturday. You understand? So I guys seeing it. See, this is also our calendar right here as well. So look at it weekly. So okay, I thought of showing you guys this as well. All right, so let's go to tracking guard, and these are our tracking guard, and you can see everything here is on 00, except also our critical part is on 00. So for you, in order for you to now the project has commenced. Now the first activity on the project Gantt chart is our electrical design and this thing. So just go to 100%. Now completed 100%. Now if you now go to our cost resource, you can see that this this actual is completed already. Look at our variance completed. You see, so there's no any remaining money for us to spend on these particular activities. So there's no money for us to spend anymore. So we can come back to this activity because we've already um, paid for the full cost of the project. Do you understand? So so we're going to work with this tracking Gantt from this particular screen. All right. So now let's go to the next one, which is material specification and approval. So let's click on 100% done. And let's give 75% done. So you see, how much is remaining? $600. So we've actually spent 181,800. You understand? And we have these dollars here. So let's do that for procurement of material. If if 70% of the material is not approved, if 75% of the material has been approved, we went to the 5%. That means we cannot say we've procured all the material. So we also have to use 75% as well. You understand? If site preparation 100%, our site is ready for our guys to work. So condense material due to lack of resource 50%. I have seen the figure, all right. Work chasing and embedding. Let's say work chasing and embedding 100%. So looking at the different resource we bought, different resource materials we bought, you know, because we've not procured everything. So I would say 50%. You understand? That also includes the labor costs and the labor cost and the material cost as well. Pulling of cable 25%, which is very important. Um, and Socket installation 50%. Lighting point installation 50%. Earthing and boarding system, let's do 100% because we don't take it there. Testing and testing 25%. Correcting of defects 25%. Uh, inspection of everything 100%. Handover 75%. Completion of the project 100%. So this one really does not have anything. Because there's no amount or anything attached to it. Do you understand? So this is basically how you track your project. Do you understand? Basically, how you track your project. I would have put it. Let's see. Okay, it's already these indicators here. These indicators are key. So basically, we finished 3 projects. I think this is why that's what is showing us here. Let's look at the tracking. So we are done with electrical designs and load 100%. We are done with site preparation and marking 100%. We are done with work chasing and embedding 100%. We are done with earth and bonding system. We are done with final inspection. Talk about the baseline. I think that should be the last I talk about the baseline. Setting up our baseline. So look at the variance here. Now looking at this is our baseline 0. Baseline start 0, baseline finish 0, variance 0, finish 0, 0 days. Do you understand? But if we were to set our baseline right now, everything here will have figure. So how do we set our baseline? We go to our Gantt chart and let's go to our project. Let's see our project. Mm, this is over here. You see set baseline. Do you understand? So let us set baseline. So let us set the project baseline. Set the project baseline. So set baseline. So I want you guys to look at this particular um, sheet over here. All right. So set baseline, entire project, and okay. You see, everything has been set. So if you now want to go to our course, this also has been set in our course. Now remove clear baseline. Okay, you see, this is cleared. We only have our variance here. You understand? But if I do not set the baseline, set the baseline. This is our baseline over here. So I think in our next video we'll look at the variance and other interesting this thing. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. I hope this was very, very useful to you and helpful to you. If it was, and or if it is, please do well to subscribe and like this video so that other people like you, other project managers, will get to see this video and learn from it. Basically, my goal right now is to practice, is to master Gantt chart, and I'm bringing it out. And I'm showing you my journey. I'm telling you, I'm documenting my journey with you. I'm also showing you how you can practice Gantt chart as a project manager. Different sectors, the construction, IT, and business at large. But this basically for construction and one part of construction, which is electrical. Going to our next major project, we'll look at IT or a one bedroom apartment. Do you understand? This is an electrical installation for a one bedroom apartment, but we'll look at the whole full one bedroom apartment from the excavation on the ground of the foundation to finishing. We're going to look into that as well. Thank you so much. I hope I did justice in explaining the best as the best to my knowledge or the best I can to you. And I hope you learned something from it. Thank you so much. See you in our next video. Bye.